What is up, geometry students? Mr. Mester coming at you. Assignment 1.3, all about angles and parallel line situations and all about angles and triangles, okay? Our first situation gives us both. So 1A, we can see two lines that are parallel cut by a transverse. We talked about in this situation, there are 8 angles created. However, if you know one of the angles, you know all of the rest of the angles. Because we can see that we have angles that are creating straight lines, one acute, one obtuse. So straight line, the angles have to add up to be 180. So we know that this obtuse angle created is 130. And then we realize that all of the other angles in the picture have to be 50 or 130. So why is that? Since the parallel lines are going in the same direction and the transverse is a line, it really is just a mirror image. These 4 angles could be placed right on top of those 4 angles. So this is going to be the same situation for B. We can see the acute angle created from this situation of parallel lines and one transverse is 80 degrees. That means the other angle is going to be 100 degrees. So all of the angles in this situation are either 100 or 80. Okay, the next question. We can see a set of parallel lines, and then it looks like almost we have a transverse here, and then we have this triangle here. So it's very interesting. What you might not see is that this angle that's 116 degrees, it looks like that is the obtuse angle created when a parallel line, a set of parallel lines, is cut through by a transverse. So if this is 116, we know that the angle for the angles created, if we kind of extended the lines where this angle of 116 is created, that this angle would be 116, this angle would be 64, this would be 64. Now, if we keep going, we realize, going up to the intersection of the second parallel line and the triangle, that this angle would be 116 degrees, this angle would be 64. And now we finally use our triangle. That's the 3 angles of a triangle have to add up to equal 180. So this is 90, this is 64, so that's 154. So that's going to be 6 to get to 160, so 26. So x is 26. Okay. Here we have a triangle. One angle is 40, one angle is 80. Well, that means both of them are 120, which means this angle has to equal 60. So that we get 180. And then the supplementary angle must be 120 here. And what was brought up in class is, why do the 3 angles in a triangle add up to equal 180? And it has to do with the fact that all triangles can be created using the situation of 2 parallel lines, M and P, cut by 2 transverses that intersect at one location, so transverse A and transverse B. We realize by almost hiding one transverse at a time that we see a lot of equivalence. Okay, I can see that first angle 2 would be the same as, we're told that angle 1 is 70 degrees. Angle 2 is, I'm not sure, but angle 3 is 40. Angle 1 is 70 degrees, so angle 3 is 40 degrees. Which means angle 2 is going to be 70 degrees as well. Is that right? Oh, I don't like that. I'm going to change angle 3 to be 50. That way, angle 2 is 60. All right. Well, that makes angle 4 also 70 degrees. That makes angle 5 also 60 degrees. Angle 6 is going to be 50 degrees. Angle 2 we found is 60. I didn't like the angles being the same. And then if we hide line A, we can see angle 8 is going to be angle 2 plus 3. So this is going to be 110. Angle 7 is going to be the same as angle 1. Angle 9 is going to be the same as angle 4. Angle 10 will be the same as angle 5 plus 6, which is the same as angle 2 plus 3, which is 110. And then if we go and hide the transverse line B, we could see that we have angles 2 plus 1, which is equal to 4 plus 5, and we have angle 3, which is equal to angle 6. So angle 11 will be 1 plus 2, which is 130, which is the same as angle 13. And then angle 12 is going to be 50, and then angle 14 is also going to be 50. Which is just saying that 5 plus 7 plus 12, angle 5 plus angle 7 plus angle 12 will add up to equal 180. Okay, kind of more of the same. Fill in some missing angles. Try to do it yourself. You can see if this is 130 and it makes a straight line, this has to be 50. I can see if this is 50, that this angle plus this angle up here is going to have to be 50. Actually, this angle right here has to be 50. We can see 130 is going to be 75 plus this angle, so that's going to be 55. Maybe you could see that if this is 50, this is 50. So next to the 130, then the 55, then the 75, then 50. And now we know that this angle has to be 55. Now we realize that this obtuse angle is 105, so that this angle has to be 75. Maybe we see that it's a cross, so it has to be 75, which is why this is 75, which is why this is 75, and this is 105, and this is 105. It's really cool situations. Here, 180, 125, that means this has to be 60, 55. 80 plus 55 is 135, so 45. Great. All right, then just a couple more problems, kind of quick, all using the fact that triangles' angles add up to 180. So we have a triangle. The three angles of the triangle are a number, 20 degrees less than twice that number, and 40 degrees less than 3 times that number. What is that number? Well, I'm going to use x as a number. So I have one angle is x, one angle will be 2x minus 20, one angle will be 3x minus 40. The three angles must add up to equal 180. So we get 3, 4, 5, 6 x's. Got negative 20, negative 40, minus 60 has to equal 180. I'll add 60 to both sides to get 240. I'll divide by 6 to get 40. So the number is 40, the angles are 40, 60, and 80. Okay. Next, same thing. Three angles of a triangle are twice a number, 3 times a number, and 60 more than 4 times a number. What are the measurements of the three angles? So I got a number is x, one angle is 2x, another angle is 3x, and the last angle is 4x plus 60. I know they all have to add up to equal 180 when you add them together. Same side combined, I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. x's. I will subtract 60 and get 9x is equal 120. Uh, 120 divided by 9. Let's divide the top and bottom by 3. I'll have 40 over 3, and I think that's what we're going to be. This is 40 thirds has to be the number. Whoop. Question number 6. Triangle has 3 angles. The second angle is triple the first angle. The third angle is 40 more than the second angle. What are the measurements of the 3 angles? Probably like to say like angle A, B, and C. And this is a good question. This involves maybe letters. So I'm going to call it A, B, C. First, second, third. And the second angle is triple the first angle. So I'm going to say that B is equal to 3 times angle A. I'm going to say that the third angle is 40 more than the second. So C is 40 more than B. Okay? Well, I have to somehow do A, triple A, and 40 plus B, and add those together to get 180. But the key is to develop the relationship between the first angle and the third angle. And how do we do this? And this is tricky. If A is A, B is 3 times A, and C is 40 plus B, and we know A plus B plus C is 180, we can say that C is going to be 40 plus 3A. How do I get that? Well, if B is 3 times A, and C is 40 plus B, then C is 40 plus 3A. And all of a sudden, we just have everything in terms of the first angle. We have angle A plus triple angle A plus 40 plus triple angle A. And that's how we can figure this out. We have 7A plus 40 equals 180. I have 7A equals 140. So that means A has to equal 20. 7 times 2 is 14. So 7 times 20 is 140. What are the measurements of the 3 angles? Well, A has to be 20. B has to be 60. And then C has to be 100. That works out well. And number 7 is very much like number 6. We have angles A, B, and C. So the first angle, second angle, third angle kind of deal. A, B, C. So this is number 7. We know that angle B plus angle A plus angle C is 180. We have angle B is half of angle A. We have angle C is 20 more than double angle B. So I'll say 2B plus 20. But I also know that B is a half of A, so C is 2 times a half of A plus 20. Or if B is half of A and C is like double B plus 20, well, that means C is going to just be 2 times a half A plus 20. And now we have an equation just with A's. We have A plus angle B, which is a half of A, plus angle C, which ends up being A plus 20, equals 180. We have 2.5 A's, so that's 5 halves A. We subtract 20 to get 160. I'll divide by 5 and multiply by 2. So divided by 5 is 32. Times 2 is 64. So angle A is 64. Angle B is 32. Angle C has to be 6. 74, 84, 84. Yeah, because like C is A plus 20. So this works. If A is 64, B is 32. And if A is 64, C is double B plus 20. Double B is 64. Yeah, 20, 84. I was trying to do a lot of math in my head, but you don't have to do the math in your head. All right, those are tricky questions. If you don't get them, if you don't know how to do them, you need to come in for extra practice problems. And we will provide said extra practice problems. All right? Peace.